This says 5 subtracted from 4 times a number is 27. So we know that subtracted, that one's easy. From, we're taking it away from 4. So 4 is going to come in front of 5. So 5 subtracted from 4 times a number, and we don't know what this number is, so it's x, is always means equals. So it's going to equal 27. 4 times a number is going to be 4x, and we're taking 5 from 4x. So 4x minus 5. And now you can solve it just like we did with solving equations. So draw your line and move things from the left to the right and vice versa. Let's look at number 16. 3 times a number. So remember, times means multiply. We don't know what this number is, so we give it a variable. So 3 times a number plus 5 is the same number increased. So the same number, x, increase means to add by 17. What is the number? So 3 times a number, 3x plus 5 is, remember, is means equal, the same number increased by 17. So at the bottom of this, let's write down some notes. Is equals. What else would you might struggle with? Increased means to add. From is subtract, but remember it's going to be in reverse. So you're taking something from that other number. Okay, let's look at 17. Less, remember less is to subtract. So look at number 17, Cameron Bridges. 4 less than a number, which is x, is equals the same as twice, which means 2 times the number, which is x, reduced by 12. So reduce to subtraction by 12. So twice is 2 times, and then reduced is subtract. So if this helps, I highly recommend writing this stuff down, Mike Hale. So on number 17, 4 less than a number. So it's taking it from that number. So a number, so 4 less than that number, I'm taking 4 away from that number, is equals twice, so 2 times the number reduced by 12. Okay, I'm going to skip around a little bit. Let's do number 19. It says 5 times the difference of. So 5 times the difference means to subtract. So 5 times the difference of twice a number, so 2 times a number, which we don't know, and 3 is 25. So a number and 3. Is means to equal 25. So we know that this is going to equal 25. That one's easy. Now let's figure out this left side. So 5 times the difference of twice a number and 3. So we're multiplying it by this entire statement. So we're going to use parentheses, twice a number and 3. Oh, sorry, and it's the difference of a number and 3. So 5 times the difference of twice a number and 3 equals 25. Let's look at number 20. 3 is subtracted from a number that is doubled. So a number, that'll be my variable, is doubled. So 2x. And 3 is taken away from that. So subtracted from. So 3 is subtracted from a number that is doubled. This entire result is tripled. So we're going to triple, we're going to times this entire thing by 3, which equals 21. So some of this can kind of be confusing depending on how they write it. And always go back and check your work. I clearly made a mistake here. I had to go back, but once I read it again, I saw it said difference, so I changed my addition to subtraction. So go back and reread these types of questions when you guys are taking the SAT and SAT, because sometimes it is easy to make some simple mistakes just because of the amount of wording. Anytime there is some extra wording in there, you can subtract. There's not really any of that in this. Okay, number 21. The quotient means to divide. The quotient of 3 less than twice a number, remember twice 2 times a number, and 5 is equal to the sum of 4 and the same number divided by 2. So sum means to add, divided by 2. Okay, the same number will be x. So the quotient of 3 less than twice a number, so 2 times a number minus 3, so 3 less than 2x. The quotient of all of this and 5, so 5 is our denominator, is equal to the sum of 4 and the same number divided by 2. So the same number is divided by 2, and it's the sum of them. Again, go back and reread the question, and then y'all can solve this. I'm not solving these. We just worked on that. Right now, we're just working on the setup of these. Okay, and so now some word problems, like real-life world problems. 2 classrooms have a total of 45 people in them. So your total is 45. The first class is a math class with 5 more students than the science class. How many are in each class? So we have a math class and we have a science class. We don't know how much either of them has, except the first class is a math class with 5 more than the science class. So one of these classes is going to be X. We'll make it the science class because we're not doing anything in that. And then the math class has 5 more than science. So X plus 5. Now, if we look at the other way, we could have made math X. And if we know that math has 5 more than science, we also know that science has 5 less than math. So you could have done this either way. We're going to stick to this way for this example. So together the 2 classes equal 45. So we're going to add these together. We have X plus 5 plus X equals 45. And now we can solve the equation. X plus X is 2X. 5 is the way it is. Equals 45. And then you can finish solving this. Okay, let's go on to 24. A husband and wife have a combined income of $74,000 a year. The wife makes $10,000 less than twice as much as her husband makes. How much do they each earn? So we're comparing the husband and wife. So one of these needs to be X. So we'll make the husband X. The wife makes $10,000 less than, so less than, we'll do our $10,000 less than twice as much as her husband. So 2 times what her husband makes minus 10,000 is the wife. And now we set up our equation. So it's X plus what the wife makes equals our total. And now you just solve the equation. Remember, once you solve the equation, it doesn't ask what X is, it says how much do they each earn. So you're going to sub whatever you get in for both the husband and wife. Okay, let's look at 27. An angle is equal to 30 less than twice its supplement. Supplementary angles equal 180. This goes back to geometry. So 180 degrees is supplementary. If we look at 28, complement is 90 degrees. So an angle is equal to 30 less than twice its supplement. So we have one angle 1, and angle 2. So an angle, we'll just make it X, is equal to 30 less than, so remember, subtract 30, twice its supplement. So 2 times whatever X and another number equal to 180. So whatever 180 minus X is. So this is a confusing one. Let's break it down again. So we know one angle is just going to be X. 30 less than 2 times its supplement. And this supplement, we're going to do 180 minus X to figure out what that other number is. And so when we set it up, it says this angle is equal to angle 2, which is 2 times its supplement minus 30. And then you'll solve for this one. You'll do the same thing for 28. And I want to look at number 29 really quickly. Blake, I need you paying attention. Jessica is 4 years older than Jeff. So 4 years older, so 4 plus, than Jeff. Keisha is twice as old, so 2 times as old as Jeff. The total of all 3 is 60. So the only person that stays consistent is Jeff. So Jeff is going to be X. And then we have Jessica and Keisha. Let's focus on Jessica. Jessica is 4 years older than Jeff. So X plus 4. Keisha is twice as old. So 2 times what Jeff is. Together they equal 60. So we're going to add all 3 people. So here we have Jeff. Here we have Jessica. And then here we have Keisha. So combine like terms and solve for X. Then make sure you go back and sub in for all 3.